Hey Fanatics, it's Sasha Anne. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. Hope you guys are all doing amazing and happy spring. For today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my everyday spring makeup look. This makeup look is going to be super fun, flirty, and fabulous. So to start off with the makeup, let's first start off with skincare actually, because skincare is necessary for a flawless spring makeup look. So I'm going to start off with my Cetaphil Daily Free Hydrating Lotion, and I'm going to put this all over my face, and this is literally just going to prime my face. I know it's not a primer, it's a lotion, but it's going to prime for the serum and the sunscreen, which is, by the way, super important for spring. And I'm not going to say it again, just bring everything down your neck too. And second is my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Serum. And this serum is, well, I mean, every single serum is useful for your skin because it locks in all the moisture and it prepares for all the other products. So now that we're done with this beautiful serum, and it is my favorite because it's just, not just because it's Neutrogena, well actually yes, because it's Neutrogena and I love all Neutrogena products, but it's also a reasonable price from CVS and it doesn't break me out and it doesn't irritate my skin. The reason why I love this product is because it's super hydrating, and I never used to use serums. I don't know why I didn't used to use serums. Now I want to use this all the time, not just because of the, well, yeah, because of the brand Neutrogena. I love Neutrogena products because the price is reasonable and it's from CVS and it's easy to get, but I love it because it doesn't break me out and it doesn't irritate my skin. I have super sensitive skin and this is perfect for all year round. And now I'm gonna go in with my Cetaphil sunscreen, 50 SPF, perfect for my fair skin. Isn't it so awkward, like when you walk out of the house and you still have like a tiny bit of sunscreen like on your ear or somewhere? It's so embarrassing. You're like, oh, what's that white thing on my face? Actually, my dad has that sometimes on his face. It's not funny, okay. And sunscreen is not just important for spring or summer, even in the winter it's super important. Even though like when it's overcast, there's still sun rays outside and it could damage your skin very easily. Now we're on to a super lightweight but full coverage foundation by Estee Lauder. Oh god. Now we're going in with a very lightweight but full coverage. Well, if you want you could do sheer coverage, but I love a good full coverage lightweight foundation. And today I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. Don't you like the packaging? It's so pretty. The gold. Just going to be applying a little bit on my beauty blender because if I do too much, then I have to take it off, which I don't like. So start with minimal and then you could build. I know it looks like I'm pounding my face right now, but I'm literally just blending. I don't even have to go to the gym later. Like this as a workout for my arm. I'm also putting it on my eyes. I like to do that. I just like to blend everywhere on my face. So I thought this was full coverage, but it's actually kind of sheer, which I don't mind. So now we're going in with concealer. This is the Dior Skin Forever Corrector Concealer in ON. Funny story, I went to Sephora to get a new one. It turns out this is in the wrong shade. I don't know why. It says this is the wrong shade. I am an idiot. Okay. Guess I'm going to have to scrape my product out. So I'm just using this concealer to conceal under my eyes, any blemishes, and just do the usual. Bridge of my nose. So I literally just put it on my T-zone and a few blemishes. My T-zone is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, forehead, and chin. And now I'm going to be blending it with the same beauty blender. And I like to use a beauty blender because it's just what I'm used to for blending. You could use a brush too, but sometimes when using a brush, it could get streaky. So You could definitely use a brush, but then make sure to use a beauty blender to really like pat it into the skin more. Now I'm going to just set everything, make sure everything is matte and set, right? So I'm using my Prada pressed powder, my translucent powder. So this is for any skin tone. So now I would usually go in with bronzer and contour my face, but for today, for my everyday spring makeup, I usually just go in with a little contour on my nose. I don't really do anything on my face because it's supposed to be more of like a rosy and glowy focus, but I definitely want to go in with a contour on my nose. It's optional, but for me, I think I need it. Because I like a cute little nose contour, but you guys don't have to. I just like to do it for myself. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do if I could even find it. So I'm going in with my By Mario contour stick. And I start at the tip of my nose on the bottom for a little shadow for the illusion of it to be lifted. And then I go close to my brow, but next to the inner corner of my eye. And I just draw a little line there on the other side too. And then I'm going to connect it near the tip, but a little bit near the bridge. Connect it a little slightly, bring it in so it has like a slant to it. I know it looks crazy, but then I know so many makeup artists don't like this, but I like it. It just kind of looks kind of cartoonish a little bit if I like to put a little line here, that little button nose. I love it. Everyone's like, no, it looks like you're putting a Band-Aid on your nose. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just a technique. And then I'm gonna blend. Yes, I know it looks crazy. I'm blending. Adding the highlighter too is going to help a lot. And I do want to set that, and when I set it with my bronzing powder, it will help the contour and the line stand out a little bit more, but at the same time you want to make sure you still blend out the lines. I'm using my YSL bronzer in 02, and then I'm just going to set that cream contour. So I just finished the contour, took a little bit, but I like a perfect nose contour. And I am going to be adding some highlighter on the tip of my nose and bridge a little later on for you guys to see more of that precise look. So now I'm going to go on to my eyes for a pretty spring pink look. So the eyes are already set with that concealer that I did before and the powder and everything. So now I'm going to go on to my Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautyverse palette, and this is stunning for spring. I'm going to make sure the colors don't fall out. So it looks like this. So pretty. And I'm going in with this pink shade and putting it in my crease. For spring, I love different shades of pink, all shades. And I'm not gonna put any shade on my lids, it was just for my crease. And now I'm gonna go in with this palette, the new Tude by the Balm palette, and I'm going to take a brown shade because for a wing liner for spring, I suggest a softer shade for your liner, something that doesn't really, something that's more natural, not black. Black is, you could use at night or whatever, but during the day, I like to use a brown eyeliner. And you could use a liquid liner, any kind of liner. I'm going to use this shade called Sleek, and I'm going to be just making a wing with this shadow. So you really want to focus the liner more on the outer portion of your eye because then it makes it look like the illusion that your face is more lifted. And if you bring the liner in closer to your inner corner, then it just makes it look like your eyes are a little closer together. So it's literally just the illusion of it. I think I actually do want to bring some of that pink shadow to my lower lash line. And for my for my waterline, I don't think I'm going to be doing any liner. I usually do, but this is more like a pretty spring makeup look, not so much like dark and fierce looking. So I'm going to skip the water liner, but I am going to go in with mascara because that is a must. So I'm going to be curling my lashes first, and then I'm going to go in with my, wherever it is, with my L'Oreal Panorama waterproof mascara. And I love the gold packaging. And I love this mascara so much because it stays on all day and all night. A little hard to come off since it's waterproof, but I like scrub it off at night. And I love it because it makes your lashes just so voluminous and long. And I know that this is a black mascara and I went in with a brown liner. The difference is that for a brown liner, it kind of coordinates with your shadow more, not so much like your lashes. So I would say just use a softer shade for your liner, and for the mascara, it really doesn't matter. You could use a brown mascara. It is a little bit more natural, but I just like to go in with the black mascara, but it just shows more as a bit more natural for your liner if you do like a not black, brown shadow. And we're almost done, somewhat. So now we're gonna go in with some pretty pink blush because it's all about pink with spring. Well, bright pink, any kind of bright shade, but we're gonna go in with pink, and let me see if I can find it. So we're gonna be using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in the shade 53. And when you apply your liquid blush, you wanna make sure that you blend immediately really fast because a liquid blush dries fast. And we're going to be applying it upwards to just bring everything up and lifted. And for the spring and for the summer, I love a ton of blush. And I'm now going to set that so it doesn't budge. My Soft Pop Powder Blush in Mellow Mauve Makeup by Mario. This is my favorite, and look how cute it is. I love the shade, it's so pretty. And second to last, I believe, is highlighter. So I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Highlighter. And this is in the shade 3 Fair. So I'm applying a lot of highlighter on because we want a glowy look. So I'm putting it on my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, bridge. Should I do it in my inner corner? No, I'm gonna use a different highlighter for that. And now for my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter in Opal. And I totally forgot this is the one that cracked. I have to be so careful in showing it. I hit pan on it, but with traveling, not a good idea when I hit pan because it cracked. It fell and cracked. So I just put that in my inner corner and under my brow to make my eyes seem bigger and a little more of a pop. And now this is a trick that I learned from a few makeup artists that you could use Aquaphor, the Aquaphor Healing Balm, and you could put this on your cheeks to make you have more of a natural highlighter when the sun hits or any light hits. And I also put it on my brow for the product to stay longer. It's kind of like sets it a little bit, it makes it a little shiny. And I put it on the tip of my nose and my bridge and my lips too. And you want to use your finger. Don't go in with a brush or a beauty blender because if you do that, it can actually break you out more. And now I actually want to go back in with my brows and fix it up a little bit. And I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown. And last but not least for lips, and I'm only using one product for this. I'm using my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. And I started at my Cupid's bow and I overlined slightly, just like an inch above the natural line, and I blended it out a little bit, and then I'm going back in with my Aquaphor and just reapplying and making it a little bit more shiny. And that is it for my everyday spring makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a happy spring. And if you guys decide to recreate this, make sure to tag me on all my social media.